Welcome to Daily Devo. My name is Diana. Today we are talking about the habit of church. Have you ever wondered why gathering for church is a thing? Well, hey, today we are talking about the habit of church. Now, let's see, what did Jesus think about the church? Check this out. We're going to be in Luke chapter 4, starting in verse 16. It says this. It says, when Jesus came to the village of Nazareth, his boyhood home, he went to the usual synagogue on the Sabbath, and he stood up to read scripture. The scroll of Isaiah the prophet was handed to him. He unrolled the scroll. He found the place where it was written, "The Spirit of the Lord is upon me, for he has anointed me to bring good news to the poor. He has sent me to proclaim the captives will be released, the blind will see, the oppressed will be set free, and the time of the Lord's favor has come." He rolled up the scroll, handed it back to the attendant, and he sat down. The eyes of everyone in the synagogue looked at him intently. So what did we see? We see that Jesus went to church. Did you notice that in what we just read? He gathered together with others. They read the scripture, which was Isaiah, and they listened to it. Check this out. In Hebrews 10:25, it says, "Let's not give up meeting together as some are in the habit of doing, but encourage one another all the more as you see the day approaching." So what did we see in that verse? Paul, the writer of this letter, was encouraging the first believers to keep meeting together. So keep gathering together with others who are learning to follow Jesus. It's important, is what Paul's saying. Well, why? Well, it encourages us with the truth of the story about Jesus and community with others who are learning to echo his way to each other. So why do we practice the habit of church? Well, it's a good idea and it's for our good. Church is a habit that helps us in many ways. It helps us gather with others, like we said, to remember the work and the story of Jesus. I don't know about you, but I need to be reminded of the pursuit of God, the goodness of God, the grace of God. And as we gather together with others, it helps us find our place to serve, to be all of who God's called us to be. It helps us remember that we are sinners saved by grace, and that God's grace is offered to all, those who are like us and those who are much different than us. You see, it's faith in Jesus that unites us together. It's the ways of Jesus that we're learning to live into. Catch this. Dietrich Bonhoeffer, he wrote about the church and he said, "We are bound together by faith." So what is he saying? Today he's saying that church is something where a gathering of people who are learning to remember the story of Jesus and learning to practice that and live that out. That's where we come together. So today I want to ask you this. Have you given up the habit of meeting together like Paul warned about when he warned the early church? Or are you still gathering for church online or in person? Gathering with people in real life or online to remember the story of Jesus together, to encourage each other as we live out the characteristics of Jesus together. Let's make church a priority this month. Thanks for being here.